So Steve, give us a rundown on what the job is.
Well, the first part of the job is to travel an awful long way
Yes.
to come to Australia from England, and I kind of followed the aeroplane, which was in a container for 2 months on the high seas. So here I am now at Archerfield, Australia. My colleague here, Mike, has paint stripped the wing, and now we're putting back the new colour scheme, which is to represent a Mark 8 flown by Group Captain Clive
Caldwell. Yeah, very good. And tell us a little bit about the process.
Well, the main part of the process is actually getting the old paint off and then preparing the metal to receive new primer and then new paint. All the research and the colour mixing is all done prior to me leaving, so it's very much a case of when you get here, it's largely kind of painting by numbers, if you like. Still quite labour intensive, so to paint a wing like this, it normally takes about 6 days.
Right.
And here we are, I think, at day 6.
So how long do you think the whole process will take for the whole aircraft?
Well, you could probably say 6 days for each wing, that's 12, and then probably same again for the fuselage, then the tail. It takes me about 250 hours in all to paint a Spitfire.
Okay.
So Steve, give us a bit of an explanation on the Randalls.
Yeah, well, the Randalls are actually, the Randalls quite interesting because the whole scheme actually, what the scheme is, it's a combination of the paint that was on the aeroplane when it left the factory in England in late 44, and then it was altered when it got to Australia. So the maintenance unit, Royal Australian Air Force Maintenance Unit, overpainted a lighter colour here, which is called Middle Stone, kind of a yellow colour, and they overpainted it with an Australian colour called Foliage Green.
Right.
And the Roundels are also altered. The original Royal Air Force Roundels are actually, because everybody says, my goodness, they're huge. And they are, they're 56-inch diameter. And the Australians reduced the size of them and just went for the blue and white ones. And the area that was left was kind of roughly painted over to match the camouflage as best they could. So you kind of see like the telltale of the old roundel, and those are the kind of things that we always introduce into our schemes, just to make it a little bit more authentic, if we can.
Very good.
Okay, let's go around and talk about the underside.
Yeah, hope you can see it, look. It's all under wraps.
So Steve, let's keep running it. So this is the underside.
Yeah.
Tell us about the blue.
Yeah, well this is a colour called Azure blue. Which was developed by the Air Ministry. All of the British colours that were used in World War II actually had a lot of development. There was a specialist unit that actually used to paint aircraft in experimental colours and fly them and evaluate how good they were at concealment, often flying out of Duxford actually, strangely enough. So this colour is part of the desert schemes, they call it, and it's called Azure blue. As you can imagine, it's to conceal the aircraft flying above with a beautiful blue desert sky. And the Australians in the Second World War decided that this was a good colour to use here. So they didn't touch this. All they did was alter the roundel to the blue and white pattern, and they kept the original factory undersides.
Very good. Turn that off.
What, are there any challenges you've had in?
Yes, the hot weather.
Hot?
Yeah.
Oh, well, on the weekend it was hot.
Yeah, we had 35 degrees of hot weather. This paint is probably kind of made for temperate climates. So what you have to do is you have to kind of keep it wet until it's all done.
Right.
And it was desperately wanting to dry. Fortunately, it's cooled down a little bit now. So the camouflage, which is done, it's 2 colours, but it's done at the same time in order for it to sort of blend nicely. But yeah, cooler times now, I'm happy to say.
Very
So
good.
Steve, the plan is this is going to be finished pretty much today, and the plan is to get all the stickers and stuff on it, and then get
most of them.
Yep.
Most of them. There might be a couple that we haven't got done by today, but it'll be in a situation where it can be taken out of here, and then we'll probably wrap it up, and then the guys will start getting the gear legs back in, and making it ready to have the wings put back on.
And we start on the second wing.
And then we start on the second wing, which is waiting outside.
Just arrived.
So just when you've done one, it's kind of time to start again. But fortunately, it's sort of biplane, so there are only 2.
Yeah.